Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to ESL Challenger League Season 48, where we are getting real deep into the sauce now in the playoffs. I'm Mac. This is Pilsky. He's my brother from another mother, and he's going to tell me exactly how his sleep was, because you had a big game yesterday.
Oh, my sleep was fine. I had a nice little lie-in, as I've been doing. But yeah, definitely went a little bit closer than I might have expected it to yesterday. I really did not expect Huns to be pushing LVG that close and also beating them 13-2 on a map they almost beat Navi on. But look, that's another story. That's over in Asia. LVG have gone ahead and qualified for the LAN, something that we don't have here in Oceania, but we still have a couple of ESL Pro League spots to hand out regardless.
Yeah, we do. I did get confirmation yesterday. It was a little bit sad, but if Flyquest get one of these spots, apparently the slot doesn't get passed down. Yeah, it goes to a world ranking. So
yeah, I'm not surprised about that. I yesterday to Jordan where he was like, "Oh, would they give it to someone from Challenger OCE and I'm like, I think the most likely thing is it's either runner-up from Atlanta or it's going to be world ranking. I don't know why you would give it to an OCE, especially with the OCE scene is all over the place right now. I think,
yeah,
I'd prefer for the competitiveness of the tournament to get a team from over there, and that's coming from a biased Aussie myself.
Yeah, it'll be weird, especially next year. I think next year it has to potentially go off world ranking. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not the rule book. I just got told that. So that is what it is. And it is, more imperative for teams like Mindfreak to try and win these games today. Because if they do that, they will lock in a slot. They won't have to win a consolidation final down in the lower bracket to make that happen. And they'll be able to be another org that can represent OCE over in Pro League, wherever that be, for Season 21 when we get over there.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course, we've got a couple of teams to have a quick look at.
We do. Does that mean if we have some kind of pact here and Flyquest just agree to lose every game and we get the OCE slots, so we get 3 Aussie teams? I don't know.
If they tank it, that'll happen.
Okay. Well, I'm crossing my fingers and my toes that Flyquest loses every game from here on in. The bad news for that narrative is they've won pretty much every Aussie competition for the last 5 or so years, I think. So yeah, that's going to be tough, especially with the parity in the scene that we're seeing right now. I don't think that any team is fit to test Flyquest. Mindfreak is on an upward trajectory. I'm actually more interested in the result of that Art of War versus House Bets game down in the lower bracket.
Yeah, same. The Art of War have been playing crazy. House Bets have had some mixed results. Good to see that they got a clean win over KCG yesterday. So yeah, I'm going to be having one of my eyes on that game, one of my eyes on this game, which could get confusing, could make me look a little bit silly, but sometimes things just need to be done like that. But that being said, look, it's going to be an interesting one. After that Atlanta win, Flyquest are looking the best they've looked in a while. That was some incredible CS that they played internationally. And if that converts back to the domestic scene, we could have a pretty good game today, because Mindfreak, they came prepared. They actually did a lot of prep. They managed to make it pretty one-sided against the Art of War yesterday. Sorry, House of War? House of your mum? I don't know, something like that. But look, Mindfreak, every time I watch them, they've been impressing me. So I'm keen to see what they're going to be able to pull out here in the playoffs. An upset. Look, if Flyquest were playing pre-Atlanta Flyquest, I could actually make an argument for there to be a chance at a bit of an upset today.
Really?
But
I don't think so, bro. I don't think anyone's touching Flyquest in Atlanta form or not Atlanta form. That's the thing. I think Flyquest, even when they play bad domestically, they still win. And they usually don't have too much trouble doing it. I think a bad result for Flyquest is dropping a series early in the tournament in a game that doesn't matter, or maybe losing a map in a best of 5, and then having 2 other close ones. I think in recent times, Rooster's the only one that's really pushed them that close, and it was them taking a map and pushing them close on 2, and Flyquest still 3-1-ing. So yeah, I think Flyquest is looking pretty untouchable, and it's not just due to how good Flyquest is playing, as you mentioned, with the Atlanta win. It's also due to just what's happening in the scene right now.
Yeah, I'm keen to see, how everything sort of plays out towards next year. This is the last domestic competition, right? Then there will be, Extreme Slam isn't until next year, yeah?
January.
Yeah, January. So there's going to be
But that's an
there's
Asia comp, and that's only got Semperfi in it. So we've already played the OCE qual for that.
yeah. So yeah, no one's really playing for anything other than the teams that are already locked into the major, RMR rather, and we'll see if they can make it to the major. That'll be an interesting RMR, but up until then, yeah, there's not a lot. There's not a lot to play in, so it's probably going to be boot camp city for the teams that are left for the rest of the year.
Oh, I'd love to see some more boot camps. To touch on what you were talking about before with Mindfreak, I think last night they probably should have 2-0'd Art of War. Art of War's got like something like a 90% win rate on Inferno. It's like an insane map for them. And Mindfreak really kind of threw that game as far as I'm concerned. Like they should have beaten them, and then they also smashed them on the next two maps. So I really think Mindfreak is on this crazy upward trajectory. They're starting to really seriously look like they could be the second best team in Australia, which is crazy, with Tux and Texter and Ricky all coming back. And yesterday as well, like it wasn't like Payne carrying the team or having crazy performances like in the previous series. Literally on all three maps, one of the old heads carried. Like first map, Texter carried, second map, Ricky carried, and third map, Tux carried. So like all of these guys are pulling out insane performances. You can see their rating in general. Tux is the lowest at 1.09 right now, and everyone else is sitting above that. So they're playing very, very well in domestic competition. Even so, I just think Flyquest is going to be a bit of a bridge too far, but it's very impressive that in an era of parity, when there's multiple spots going out to these Oceanic teams, that Mindfreak has kind of emerged and continued to improve as we go along.
Yeah, and they're going to be fighting for those slots. But we do have a Kadir player to watch today, and that player is going to be our man, Alistair. The man with the mo, the man with it all, and he has devilish good looks. So keep your eyes on him. Unfortunately, we don't get player cams here on ESL Challenger League. Otherwise, you would get to see him, and that would make his day.
Back in the champs, bro, we had a few little, celebrations. We had the player cams. We had some.
We did.
I saw some interesting things, some things that have scarred me. So yeah, look, it's mostly a negative, but like if DXA were playing, for example, I'd probably prefer not to see the player cams. Based on some of the celebrations I've seen from some of the O's players, like Roffelco, for example. But yeah, I think Alistair, he's up and down, and the way that he plays is kind of a double-edged sword. But when he's on, bro, like he's so impactful and he's so entertaining to watch, and watching him pop off in Atlanta and win some of those clutches, just the way that he his movement is so sick, and when he hits the flick shots, bro, it's like so satisfying to watch. It's like the highlight AWPA that everyone wants to see.
Yeah, it was crazy, that performance. I'm hoping we get that Ali today, and that's why he's the player to watch. Also, just to check his consistency. He's always doing a great job back here. Even if he's not picking up the AWP, if he's picking up the rifle, he's able to go toe-to-toe with the best of everyone else in the region. And that's why Flyquest are going to be my prediction for today. That above everything else, they don't really lose to domestic competition. But that's just a bit of a shoe-in, isn't it? Let's see if today we're wrong, and maybe there will be 2 extra slots going to OCE for Pro League. Who knows?
If we're wrong today, I'm going to start to get extremely suspicious, to be honest. Like that's how confident I am that Flyquest should just stop this whole competition. I predicted at the start of the competition with 100% confidence that they were going to win the whole thing. There's no world where they should be dropping this. And as far as I'm concerned, like, not to BM Mindfreak or anything, because I've been singing their praises for quite a while now, and I'm a big fan of all of these players, but there's no way they should be winning today. For me, this matchup is way more about like how close can Mindfreak push Flyquest, because honestly, I'm loving what I'm seeing for them when they're playing well, but they are still super rough around the edges and making some pretty questionable mistakes. And some of their T sides as well, you get some really, really weird mid to late round calls. Like they run themselves out of time sometimes on T side Inferno, like routinely. Can't find a good mid to late round. So on one hand, for players of that experience level, that's a little bit worrying that they haven't ironed out some of that stuff. On the other hand, maybe there's a lot more ceiling still to improve on in this team.
Yeah, it's something that we definitely need to keep an eye on, and especially into the new year, just to see where they end up and if they can make some more international or any international events. This could be the first that gets them back on the map. I'd love to see them against some international competition. But let's have a look at where we're going to be playing this series. It's veto time. What's your take on this? Let's have a look. We got a full best of 3 today. We don't have this double best of 1 situation because we are in the playoffs. So we got Nuke, we got Inferno, and then we got Anubis. I kind of like this. Mindfreak, they are a pretty good Nuke team. I'll give them that. Flyquest Inferno looked pretty crazy overseas, and if they're playing good CS, you better believe that's going in their back pocket. And then Anubis as well, pretty good Flyquest map. Mindfreak, I'm sure they've got something up their sleeves on it, but what do you reckon? 2-0, 2-1? Will you give Mindfreak a map here?
I think 2-0. If they're going to win a map, it's going to be Nuke, because their Nuke has just been super solid. But to be fair, they haven't really been tested against the level of competition that Flyquest is going to bring. And I don't really think they're going to be ready for it just based off some of the rounds that I've seen from them. I think Mindfreak could show us some good rounds here. Their Inferno is super shaky. I think a lot of that CT half against Art of War was predicated off Texter absolutely dominating. He aced on the bonus with an MP9 and went 19-5 or something on the CT side. And then on the T side, they looked a little bit lost and made some kind of crazy mistakes. So I don't have a high hope that they can really be that competitive on Inferno, although playing against Art of War over and over again is definitely helping them improve on that map, because those guys have got a pretty good strike rate on that map. So I'm hoping they'll definitely have some stuff prepped for Inferno just because they've had to play it so much against some of the other OCE teams. And Nuke has been a super solid map. So I think it's going to be 2-0 for Flyquest, but my hope is like I said, you've had more than enough reps on both of these 2 opening maps for Mindfreak. Let's test them against the best that we have and see where they come up.
Yeah, I'm keen to see. I reckon out of these 3, Nuke, I'd be interested into how it goes on Anubis, but yeah, I'm not 100% sure that we're going to be making it all the way to Anubis. So yeah, I'm feeling more like that. 2-0, happy to be proven wrong as always. Happy to see Mindfreak, pull out some high quality CS and really show us that they are a capable team and that they are going to be looking heavily to take that second slot overseas. And also, even just in that other series, how Housebets goes against Art of War, because it sounded like Art of War had a few kinks that they wanted to iron out after yesterday's game. Had a quick chat with, one of the team members, and they were unfortunately disappointed, but expectedly disappointed. But they do get that one more chance, at least through the lower bracket. And lower brackets where there's going to be a whole lot of spice. But we are still currently waiting on a couple of the players to join the game. So we will go to a short break and we'll be back with the game just after this. We are back and right into the pistol. Gump going to be able to find that opening, going fast at Yard and full wrapping over towards Hellside. Let's see if Flyquest are going to be able to find an answer back. Liaz missed opportunity, but he's got the info that it will be this Heaven Wrap. Ugh. Liaz in a very odd position here at Lockers. All eyes on him. Coming in from the flank side, Ricky makes it work, flicks around for that next one, and Flyquest might be losing the pistol here. 1v5 attempt for Dexter.
Yeah, it's a fantastic start. See if Dexter, I mean, really, once you're in this position on the CT side, you start going for exits at some point.
Oh.
How has he been allowed up the ladder? That should not be allowed to happen. He's got 3. Oh, Dexter trying to hold on right on Silo's side. Ricky is very far away. It's great that he hit that shot because things were starting to spiral out of control. Ricky had only just made it up into heaven, but that's a good couple of kills at the end of the round. Now Dexter can do exactly that. 3 kills means that's A1S money, and you're dropping that over to one of the other boys, and force buying round 2, things can get a little bit difficult for Mindfreak.
That was crazy. Who was that? Gump needs to get off bloody stretched if he's playing positions like that. Silly Billy. So let's have a look. Mindfreak happy with the pistol. Going to be going for the outer smokes, and what we got from Alien here. Alien In's going for the nice boost over Credit. I'm not going to be able to see anything, but they should have heard that cross coming through. Looks like they haven't though.
Yeah, Tux crossing straight into Secret. Looks like the rest of Mindfreak want to try to meet up with him by forcing their way through ramp. Liaz pushed off the line. Can't quite connect, and Mindfreak going to slow things down now.
Okay, Tux managed to catch Ali, who was going for a sneaky look. And Tux looking for even more. Dexter burnt down, sent back through the holes. And Flyquest just trying to figure out where to put their pieces here in the 4v5 to try and get back into the round.
Yeah, Liaz has been dropped off in lower. That's a hell of a shot from him, but he's traded pretty quickly. Vexide's found Tux in the meanwhile, and Flyquest have got control of Windows and Decon.
Okay, sneaking through the smoke here. Payne popping out on sight. Dexter can't get enough damage done to finish off Payne, but gives the other two an opportunity, and In's still yet to fully reveal that M4. He's to trade, gets the first, knows that Gump is up on the rafters, and it's a hard crossfire between him and Textic here, just trying to figure out who's taking contact first. It's Gump, swinging, fighting, 5-1, and 2-0 for Mindfreak.
Good start, dealt with the force buy quite nicely. Now a chance to start to build up their economy, and it's back, Mac. From back in the day, finally, you get the chance to say Texter, Dexter, Texter, Dexter over and over again for 3 hours. Are you looking forward to it?
I'm excited. Texter, Dexter.
It's always Dexter, but never Sexter.
Well, I thought Dexter was going fast at heart. Maybe thinking about a little contact here. Wants to throw some util. Ali gets some damage done. Dexter with the finisher on that P50. And Tux gets one on the fadeaway. Knows that he's going enough down to 24 points of health. Dexter, with the M4 retrieved, is able to get more damage done. Payne chases him down and even swaps out to the AK to save the round. Quick on his feet. And Mindfreak will lock in 3.
Yeah, Flyquest still keeping these rounds expensive, though. Only 2 players surviving in round 2 and 3 for Mindfreak, so only bringing a couple of rifle storage each time is going to chip down the economy a little bit as Flyquest head into this first gun round. Orbs coming out for Ali. He is our player to watch. And going to be an interesting test to see Payne going up against him head-to-head. It's kind of like the up-and-coming AWP versus the established AWP. But at least in this round, it's going to be rifles across the board. Quick wall of smokes. Once again, Tux just sending it straight into Secret. Alistair's already rotated down to AWP. So we'll see if he gets an opportunity to find a pick here.
Oh, that timing was crazy. Tux just across the line. Here's the scope. Sees that shoulder coming around the corner and gets every advantage he needs to.
Into Annex and Windows.
Mayhem already at Secret, Mitch. He's been getting there so quick every round.
Yeah, he was doing this in the game yesterday. Dexter, how has he gotten away with 2 through the side of the smoke there? Lot of damage. No, actually, you know what? He was up in heaven. It wasn't even the player with the A1S. They got baited. Vexite continuing to aggress. He can see the bomb. They know that there was another player on outside here. They can hear that nade from Tux, who's already been spotted down in lower. So you can see Flyquest mobilizing around outside, looking for good angles. In the meanwhile, Gump trying to flank in through radio.
Nice peek. Backside, timing, and Tux goes out into a wide line. Everyone's swinging off contact, but it wasn't even needed. Inns takes the last pick, and Flyquest finally get on the board here on their first real gun round.
Dexter's 8-3, man. Popping the hell off. It was a fantastic start for Mindfreak. The pick into lower like that is exactly what you were looking for. Inns and Dexter combining on outside, though, to clean up Mindfreak as they try to meet up with Tux and make some impact happen from that pick in lower. Surprised there's not more investment from Mindfreak here. Payne definitely had enough for a rifle armor if he wanted. Hero rifle, but I think he's saving for an AWP instead, maybe. Ricky swinging open the door. He's been playing really good lately. He had a pop-off game on Nuke against Art of War yesterday, Ricky.
Yeah. Well, he's going to be on the right side of that historical event. And for retrieve, tosses it across. Might have been the bomb though. Vexite and 4 picked up. And it's looking like there won't be too much more damage done this round. Tux gets found. And 4 survive for Flyquest.
Yeah, they're really starting to build a strong economy on this CT side. It's going to take a little bit of time for Mindfreak to work their way back into this game. Haven't quite built up that loss bonus to maximum yet. But they're going in with another gun round here. See what they're going to come up with. 4 rifles retained here for Flyquest. They lost the AWP on Alistair earlier, but now they've replaced it. So once again, AWP coming out for him. Payne, instead of buying a hero rifle, has opted to get the AWP into round 6. Front door smoke. A lot of smokes on outside as well for Mindfreak. Payne's out over there looking for a pick. Smoke blown open by Dexter, trying to make it difficult for Mindfreak to come outdoor here.
Gump playing very cheeky here at Outers. Liaz still ready for the swing, but won't be able to hit the shots he needs to. So we're straight back to a 4v4. Dexter, however, has slipped the needle. We'll find the bomb, and we'll see how Flyquest decide to operate, knowing that they've got full control of the objective. Sun's out, guns out, Tuck's ready, and aware that maybe there's someone else playing for the bomb.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, with Dexter definitely seeing the bomb, you're expecting more CTs to mobilize in through lobby side when that much space has been taken. In's the tip of his little head spotted out by Gump. Ricky punished by Alistair in from elbow side. Bomb finally picked up by Tux. The T's very split up right now. Gump was spotted earlier on. They don't know where Payne was, or the fact that he had an AWP. He hasn't fired a shot this round yet. And Tux last spotted backside of lobby. You can see Alistair looking to clear lobby from radio room, and both of Flyquest trying to take some fights towards Annex and maybe some control of HUD or Squeaky in the mid round here.
Their Verdins go down towards site. Gump making noise, drawing attention back to his position, but Inns seems to know what's up. Very ready for a swing from Payne here. Oh, but the AWP gets the better of him. 2 little bursts, don't get the job done. Vexite, eyes on heaven, can't spray it down. And we are going to see full A-site control coming through just in time for Mindfreak. Ali, he's in the wrong place, and he's looking to save the AWP for the next.
It's good stuff from Mindfreak. Been a bit critical of some of the rounds where they run down the clock and run out of time, don't give themselves enough breathing room, but that was very, very well worked. Very patient with the outside control that they had, re-recovering the bomb and making sure that, you know, initially they were so split up. You had Gump up on heaven, Tux had to go back for the bomb, Payne was on outside, and they take the time that they need to actually rework the map and peek into uppers together and just have good spacing and be able to trade those 2 players. You know, if you're not on top of your spacing against Flyquest, they will definitely be punishing you for that. But Mindfreak, credit where credit's due. 3 rifles surviving here, going up 4-2 on the T side of Nuke and putting some pretty serious pressure on Flyquest's economy now. Probably will have to be at least a single drop, if not a double drop from Alistair here towards Vexite and Dexter. But following this with the 2.4 loss bonus, there is pretty big reset potential for both teams, actually. Yeah, soft reset on the T side, and a soft reset for CTs as well. Are they going to buy? Yeah, I was assuming the double drop was going to come through, and it will at the last second here.
I'm very excited to see where all of these ESL Pro Tour events are going to be held, because some currently don't have any locations. And if you guys want to catch up with that, jump on over to the ESL CS Twitter and you can see the announcement that went live between the start of the show and this game.
If you guys could just go and spam on that post, where is IEM Fall going to be?
Yes.
As many comments as we can get saying exactly that would be fantastic. 4 on 5 for Flyquest. After losing Alistair on outside, punished by Pain. He got kind of robbed in the opening portions of this round. I'm surprised Tux didn't go down. He does get traded by Vexside, though, and Dexter swinging out. Flyquest staying proactive and trying to re-clear outside with numbers, but still only end up in a 3-on-3 without too much information.
Yeah, let's see if Gump's going to be able to sway his way through sight. Finds a whole lot of space here. And into right up to heaven. Straight to the grave, though. Falling a whole long way. Dexter low toward main. And he's just going to wait that smoke out before trying to get any more damage done. Seeing Pain still with full lobby control, so they don't have to worry about any flank coming through. It's just all down to when Dexter wants to go for the timing here. Liaz, I believe, is silencing what I'm seeing. All eyes on the annex push. And Dexter's going to deal with Liaz. Beautifully played in the post plant. Mindfreak are looking incredibly good considering how early the game is.
Yeah, Gump's on a tear as well. That's a good thing about Mindfreak. Like, honestly, I've seen every player on this team have a POF map. This time it's Gump. And in general, the T side is being very well worked. I'm especially impressed how they're navigating a lot of these mid rounds. Like, we're pretty consistently ending up in these 3-on-3 situations that Mindfreak are getting the better of Flyquest, out-rotating them, finding good space, good timings on the map, which is very positive to see. And that was the reset round earned by Mindfreak. Now they go into an anti-eco with pretty good money on the T side here. A 1-4. Gump's been left on the lurk. He's very comfortable in this position. Off angle from Liaz does earn him a dig, but not going to be able to finish off Gump, and Tux finds the entry down and lower as well.
Not bad, not bad. One-man disadvantage for Flyquest. AK retrieved, and Vexside's still going to have a sniff over towards ramp. I like this as well, the reapproach in through the halls. Spacing's good. Ricky disregarding that Inns could be there, but he will double check after the first pick, and it is clean again. 4 alive for Mindfreak. Look at the money. It is building round after round here.
Yeah, this is exactly what you need. Not only are they up 6-2, but they have the economy to continue front running the rest of this T side, right? Like, could really line themselves up for like a 9-3 pretty dominant scoreline, but I don't know how much longer Flyquest is just going to keep letting this happen and keep letting themselves kind of get out-rotated in the mid-round. Like, I think they can start to switch on a little bit now. A lot more lobby control and emphasis here for Mindfreak, looking to switch things up. Pain with a full belt to util, preparing the uppers pop.
Flashes going everywhere. Dexter going to be able to snatch them away, but the crossfire is going to pay dividends for sure. Pain chip down to half, underarm molly, and Mindfreak. The change in pace is expected. Flyquest tearing a new one.
Yeah, swatted away pretty easily. I actually don't know where those flashes were connecting on, because like we saw Payne throwing them. The Observer super on top of the util usage, and then I didn't see any CTs blind. I don't know about you, Mac, but they looked like they were just staring at Heart from Rafter. Yeah, and having a pretty easy time locking that down, even without any real counter util. You know, it wasn't like there was that many seconds between the flashes going in and the T scaling out. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe not throwing the right flashes for the right positions in terms of, you know, which skylight and all that kind of stuff, or the timing was a little off, or the flashes weren't thrown right. Not really sure. Paint's trying to hold on to the AWP, and that's what I was talking about, man. Like, only so many rounds in a row you're going to see Flyquest kind of get battered. Now they're switching on in this gun round. They can't afford to lose too many guns here, though. They have no cash to replace them.
Was it Payne throwing the flashes?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to watch on Face It Watch, and in about 5 minutes, well, probably 3 minutes now, I can tell you where the flashes went.
Wow. It's you, huh?
Look at me.
You're a bit of a gamer.
It's like a live demo, guys. If you watch on Face It Watch, you can watch whatever POVs you want. If you are a Josh fan, also Ins W's in the chat. Get ESL to add that as an emote for 7TV. Great emote, by the way. You can just watch from his POV the whole time. Turn us on, turn us off. You don't need to listen to the casters. Screw the casters. Get rid of us. Just watch pure Ins gaming or any of your favorite players. You're going to see what Payne does. And, ooh, Ricky. Thought he had the spawn. Took it. Tried to get the pick. Missed opportunity. And reveals the location of that AWP for Mindfreak as Flyquest are hunting for a win.
Yep. Wall of smoke finally going to be finished up on outside here. Obscuring the vision, maybe giving Tux an opportunity to try to cross. Gum forcing his way through the elbow smoke. Had a seconds window of an opportunity. This time Alistair has a much better timing down into secret, and that is a free as hell kill. Mindfreak not getting some of the breaks that they were getting earlier on. See how they go converting a 4-on-5.
Ricky. Finding Dexter getting a little overzealous over towards door.
Refresh on the door smoke. Gonna halt Mindfreak for now for another 15 seconds or so. They're gonna be going into top site in the last 20. Alistair rotating over towards ramp. He's had a lot of impact this round. Ricky prepping the execute.
Molly dealing with the top of Hut. Smokes everywhere. And it's just Ins over towards default. They got to worry about. They want to go for the drop, but they're a little worried to go down dry. Get caught throwing the flashes. And Flyquest, they stopped them from making their way to the lower site. That was a beautiful setup from them, but misread from Mindfreak, not expecting there to be the upper stack so late in the round.
Great movement around the map as well from Ali. Isolating and picking off the lurk on both sides. You often see Gump as the lobby lurk and Tux as the lurker down secret. He's gotten both of those players, and you can kind of be ready for the pack once you deal with both of them.
All right. They're on Glocks, Mitch. I know this could be a cool round because they bought utility, but I was just watching Vexite. Knew that there was two flashes. He was ready for those two flashes from Payne. Played anti perfectly, flicked the round, came back, looked like he wasn't blind, but he should have been. And him and Dexter, you know, similar things. Just had that full solid crossfire setup. So that's what happened the other round, and I learned that thanks to Face It Watch. Kind of crazy.
Turns out Flyquest have played against an uppers execute before. And it's starting to bring with confidence now. That was a complete dismantling of what was a little bit of a half-buy from Mindfreak. Was a great start to this half. 6-2. That scoreline is looking a little different now. Flyquest will buy into this last round. Mindfreak going to use attack to try to secure themselves a 7-5 here. A little bit light on the cash for some of these players, so going to have to decide if they want to go down to Galil for the full belts of util or go a little lighter and get some AKs. It's good to see Mindfreak playing well on their map pick, though. It is something that I'm noticing at the moment, though, with some of these newer teams coming together and how much parity there is in the scene right now. I don't really feel like a lot of teams have a very well-defined or fleshed out map pool. You're seeing a lot of teams just going 1-for-1, winning their map picks. And I think it's something that, you know, I'm looking to see if these rosters stick together and how they look to like further develop and work on the rest of their map pool. Because, I mean, perfect example, Mindfreak's Nuke is sick. Art of War's Inferno is sick. But when you look at some of the other maps, they're definitely not having the same strength across the entirety of the pool.
Oh, Ali. Very ready for the cross into lower. But how many men is he ready for? Dex catches the timing all the way to the back of the door. This time, things are about to get real awkward. There we go. Ali going to be able to strike again in the halls. And meanwhile, Dexter, or Ricky rather, finding ins and outer. Things getting real crazy because the bomb's down lower. We've got a man at top secret. And Flyquest just trying to figure out where they want to go. Vexite goes the right direction, catching Ricky on the reroute. And Tuck's just hoping he could hear something. Vexite spots him in the vent there. And he will take it 6-6 at the half.
Yeah, really good half. Saw from both teams. Yeah, Mindfreak, I think they've gotten a decent little run on the T side there, securing themselves a fair few rounds. I think Flyquest, though, it's the comeback that we kind of expected from them. And honestly, I think they're looking pretty good to close out this game on the T side. But we'll see what Mindfreak has for us in that second half.
We are back with a beautiful second half. We flipped sides. Flyquest now on the offensive. Not globally, though, although some might say differently. And Mindfreak on the defense on that CT side. Ooh, Jay getting frisky with it. Gonna hit a couple of hops on his teammate's head. But does it change the timing? I don't think that. Let's look at those Flyquest. All eyes on outers.
Yep. Big moves on outside. Flash goes up over the top, which is going to allow a cheeky little time. That might not be expected by Tux at all. Gets caught with his pants down. Flyquest have taken full control of lowers. No rotations from Mindfreak yet. They're a little out of position. Trying to make something happen on Megaton, and Liaz is harassing them.
Yeah, they're really focused on trying to find Liaz here. 2 members invested. Spotted. Liaz now knows that he's getting swung on. Big damage onto Ricky. And it's all over the bloody place. They'll get him eventually, but in the 4v4, time has already ticked away. About 30 seconds left to get this retake going. And there is no kit from what I can see here. So they've got to get a wriggle on. 3 looking to smash their way out of Mega here. Pain just calls it. That's going to be that. Saving. Keeping the, 2 untouched sets of Kev across to the next. Make it 1.
Alistair ruining them. They're really trying to go for the hunt here. That's a nice kill for Alistair. Going 1 for 1. In's going down to the bomb. Vexite very low from the bomb as well. That should have been a kill for Gump, but Vexite strafing well. Nice little pre-aim around the side of the outside box there. And it's going to be Flyquest winning that T-pistol. Mindfreak. There's a reason why they wanted to save all of that Kevlar, get some easier upgrades. They are going to be forcing into this one. Got a scout and a couple dualies, couple MP9s, and a lot of util here. Flyquest though, majority Galil armor, just the 1 Mach 10, not really playing too many games. Let's see if Pain can be a bit of a difference maker with the scope on outside.
He's hunting. Deep smokes, set of 2, and Flyquest using them appropriately. Okay, gets broken, but works better for Flyquest. Scout going to be recycled in the hands of Gump, who won't get any damage off just yet, but he is getting pressured. Dexter sneaking his way forward. Gump actually going into the T-smoke. I don't mind this move. Oh, but he's missed jumping up onto the keg. The barrels, might have been able to find himself an angle there. The noise might have sealed the deal. Smoke fading. Dexter hunting for him.
No.
Squeezes out every second, and now we got a 3v5. Things looking even harder for Mindfreak. Dexter getting pumped here. Okay, MP9s bring it back to the 3v3 like that. Ricky pushing into lobby, dealing with the lurker. And now we got a 3v3 on that B-site retake.
Yeah, Mindfreak's pretty out of position, though. Again, no kit. May have even been a situation where they could be considering a save. 1 for 1, clearing out that player close to Megaton. But after player versus Windows and T-Con with 1 player this low, I honestly think you should be saving the Galils. They're going to go for it. Flash goes into window, and that was easy as you like from Vexite, cleaning up Texture on 8 HP. And Ricky's not even going to go for it. Like, could have had 2 sets of Galil and armor, but yeah. Unfortunate. Flyquest going to pick up another round on this T side, and this is where, like, you've seen so many games like this, you know? A lot of teams can have a good couple of rounds or a good half against Flyquest in OCE, but pretty quickly the game can start slipping through your fingers once, you know, they get rolling.
Good halves in the chat. Pay your respects to Mindfreak's good half. But yeah, if they can continue to whittle away at Flyquest economy, we could see a swing around. We could see Mindfreak come straight back into the half. But I don't think that's going to be this round. Economy suggests that. Smoke on a squeaky. Texter should be hearing everything over towards outers. We got the El Clasico nip wall. Looking like Flyquest are going straight into secret for the most part. Dexter had a little gap to play with there. Decides to go into main instead. We'll take the fight with USP. And he knows he's winning that every day of the week. Ricky, low. With his aggression down towards lowers. Okay, are they expecting the next man? They will be. Text up, dealt with. I thought the MP9 might have had some chalk on it. But it's just going to be the timing from Gump to get more damage done. Tucks in the van. Oh, Flash allows him to go aggressive. And he runs out of bullets in the clip of the Mackie. And now it's all up to Liaz on 17 points of health to make this one happen. Gump fake closing double doors. Liaz makes his way back to the cleared out site. A whole minute to play with. But wants that plant money.
Yeah, nice that open plant for him. Ricky very low. Gump, the USP, not going to be a big issue, especially because he's picked up an AK now. But I was going to say, Liaz, very low. He's picked the timing so well. This man's game sense is perfect. He's heard the jump up the vent as well. Knows exactly where Ricky is. This HE could be huge. Ricky going to tap it. Liaz just faking the sound, knowing that Ricky doesn't have a kit. It's going to be very difficult to stick the plant here. Ricky trying to get the pre-fire on, knowing how low Liaz is, but Liaz has played that absolutely perfectly.
Yeah, pat yourself on the back. I thought maybe there was a world where we'd see that nade action coming through, but it is just going to be the Galil carried across again. But look, long game, damage is done. Mindfreak just chipping away again and again at Flyquest economy. There was, what, 2 alive in the previous round, 1 alive in this one. And this round had no right getting so close. Imagine if there was just a couple of extra bullets in that Mach 10 mag. Oh, also, Mitch, I got, let's just say yelled at. Corrected is a better word, by an American. I called magazine a clip. Apparently a clip is not a magazine. They got really angry at me for using bad terminology, and I apologize for all the clip unenjoyers, or real gun enjoyers. Ricky, going to be able to lock down that Hall's control, and ramp is going to be put in the hands of Flyquest.
It is. Got a man advantage as well. 2 players down in lower here for Mindfreak, wanting to contest it, and without too much information, Flyquest cutting sound. Tux is going looking for Alistair here, who's switched on enough to deal with him. Anticipating the second player as well. Molly gonna zone Ricky back. Payne is still alive at CT vent, and he's getting collapsed upon by multiple players. Able to hit the shot on Dexter, but this is way too much for him to watch here, and in swinging out Heaven will get that done. Alistair still has a little bit of an inkling that Ricky was down in towards lower, and it's going to be a nice safe plant for Heaven in the 3-on-1. Looking like Ricky's just going to save again here.
Yeah, he gets that A1S in hand. And probably won't see any more action. Flyquest, they need to worry about their own economy, their own finances, really. If any more damage gets done to them this round, again, they'll be on breaking point, moving into the next. And look, even though they are getting the rounds, that's super important, but so is, you know, making sure that you've got enough money to stay in the bloody game. And that's what they're doing this time. No worries about Ricky. He saved guns last couple of rounds, and it hasn't won Mindfreak any rounds, so they're just going to let him do the same thing again. And there is going to be enough money to drop 2 M4 A1Ss to his teammates, so I'd say you're probably buying. Okay, he's bought an AWP. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, AWP purchase. Payne can drop an M4 as well. Just goes without util. Ricky. Okay. All right. They're gonna align their money at 2K apiece and give themselves a decent shot at winning the round. Ricky gonna hold on to the AWP. They're just trying to min-max the economy because they don't have as much reset potential with so many Flyquest players surviving. Tux, he sees the spam, diving forward with the MP9. It's a missed opportunity. Ricky's found a pick in the meanwhile onto Ins. So we're on a 4-on-4. Gump spotting the pixel line. Going to throw down a reactive smoke and try to get to work with the 5-7 here.
Weird little CS2 physics. Smoke, of course, getting slightly affected by the movement after clicking to throw. Ricky. Oh, missed opportunities, getting burnt out and dealt with it. Heaven can't keep on going back for more, and Flyquest. They were allowed to warm up, and they are starting to assert their dominance here in the second half of Nuke. Mindfreak yet to find a round, and I don't know if they're going to on the CT side.
Yeah, it's looking that way. Might just be saving these 2 rifles and conceding the 11th to Flyquest. Like, some of the rounds have been getting close-ish, though. You know, it's not like Flyquest is winning that many rounds with 4 or 5 players surviving. Like, Mindfreak is always trading a couple of kills and chipping in a few here and there, but Flyquest is pretty convincingly winning these mid to late rounds and closing out the post plants. Off angle Dexter, trying to keep the AK alive. That's a freebie onto Vexite. Money is not actually great here on the T side, so losing a lot of guns here for Flyquest. I don't know if that wall is bangable. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen anyone try and shoot through that. Regardless, though, 2 rifles safe for Mindfreak. They're going to call an attack timeout. Took a lot of guns away from Flyquest. You can see the effect that that has on the T-side economy here. 1,400 loss bonus means that this will be a soft reset on 3 players of Flyquest. 2.9 and below. Alistair will have like 5.4. So I think if Mindfreak can win this round, they can pick up themselves up a 7th, and then maybe they're going against like a light buy with a hero rifle. That's a little bit of an easier round to put together, perhaps. And then, you know, there's a little bit, you know, there's still more work to be done, but they have a path to kind of close the score a little bit. Question really kind of remains, though, whether Flyquest is even going to let them do that. Like you said, it has been a flawless T-side so far. Don't see that stopping anytime soon.
See more aggression. Flyquest forcing their way out the door. Smoke, CT quite ready, but also quite bloody blind. Tuck's going to be able to regain eyesight just in time. And we got a 3-for-0 trade coming through. Big damage on a Gump, big damage on a Tux, but no one securing a pick just yet. We'll see if Dexter can maybe get their way back into the game after lurking into help.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the thing, though. Flyquest are known domestically for winning rounds, just like this one. Winning ridiculous, like 2-on-5s. That's not going to work this time, though. Ricky hopping off the ladder. That's a freebie onto Dexter. Ali, 1-on-5. It's a question of damage, really. First kill's very clean, though. He's going to need a couple more just like that. Tux and Gump are both quite low. Smoke into the middle of the site. He's going to molly windows so no one can peek him from there. Taps the plant. Trying to bait out one of these CTs to peek through decon or through windows. No one is going to actually commit to the peek just yet. Just kind of pressuring him. Testing him from multiple angles, waiting for the right timing for everyone to get there and peek out together. And that was sensible stuff from Mindfreak. Low player goes forward, spots out his position. Dexter with the full HP there to trade. And they're going to keep 3 players surviving. They already had some pretty decent money on 1 or 2 of the players. So with no bomb plant, they have earned kind of this weird soft reset. The money's a little bit all over the place for Flyquest. I'm interested to see what they're going to do here. I would definitely expect, you know, a hero AK and, like, yeah, just light investment from everyone else, which is exactly what we're going to get from Flyquest. So this is the easier round that Mindfreak need to make sure they can close.
Okay. Cooking. Tux. Able to deal with that aggression, but Flyquest already getting members down lower. Ricky, fast on the rotation, gets there in time, drops the bomb, does everything he needs to, and more reload getting through just in time, and that Glock is not going to finish off Tux. Does get him down to 1. Very unfortunate. Full backside.
It's a clean round. Mindfreak have got the economy to try to fight for this game with. Money still not good for Flyquest. They needed that bomb plan in lower. That was actually huge that Ricky was able to deny that. Look at this buy. It's going to be pretty poor, honestly. Galil's an armor and still missing a lot of utility on the T side. There is a very good chance Mindfreak could try to push this into double digits now. They've got better util, better weapons. They just need to make sure they're converting this one. Wall of smoke across outside and over to Annex. A lot of util invested early on. Gump, I love that. Pushing through the progression smoke front door, getting in the face of Flyquest. Payne also finds a pick. Ricky peeking in through lobby. Mindfreak are playing with full confidence, just running at Flyquest in the early portions of this round.
Things getting a little bit awkward for Flyquest. Where's that bomb? Is that a door? No, okay, over to the
radio.
Yeah. Couldn't see it. Ricky was standing on the damn thing.
Hate it when
looking
Ricky
good
does
for
that.
Mindfreak to
Classic Ricky.
Classic Ricky, stopping the information from flowing.
He's having another good game on Nuke here today. Him and Gump.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, bro. Like, you know, I've seen Ricky playing for 10 years now, more than 10 years now, you know? I have no more expectations for Ricky, and he's still playing well on Mindfreak lately, so yeah, I don't know.
Someone said that Tux had 100% headshot ratio. I'm going to check if that's still up there. Yeah, so when he got 9 kills, he was. So he's got 4 kills since then. We are living in the future, of course. So we'll see if that 100% headshot ratio is still there in about 4 minutes or so. But for the moment, it's just Liaz looking to cause some financial damage to the CTs, and he will barely do that. 1 gun taken. AK taken out of his hands. I don't think it was after time.
No, he's fine.
And that'll be that.
Great economy for Mindfreak. And they've earned themselves another reset on Flyquest here. Like, this CT side comeback is going exactly how you'd want it to be going for Mindfreak.
Flyquest are getting this one over and done with, seeing how many members they can get down the vent. The answer is 2. But Ricky here, ready. Good bowling. Finishes off Dexter with the HE while using the AK for the other bit. And Mindfreak, just like that, they've broken the economy of Flyquest in the last couple of rounds. Managed to stack on, what's that, 4, like it's kind of nothing. And Flyquest feeling fallible.
Yeah, they finally do have enough money and max loss bonus to get these good buys together, though. Max util on the T side. This is where you'd expect Flyquest to close, but Mindfreak, with how cleanly they've been stringing this camp together, they'll have more than enough money to get gun rounds on gun rounds to really try to fight for this game. A lot of util invested early on from both teams. Payne aggressing into lobby once again, trying to change things up, trying to catch Flyquest a little bit off guard. The rifle going forward. Tux, oh, it's just not quite a good enough adjustment to catch Ins there, who pops a little bit of a shot through the wall, but it's still a man disadvantage for Mindfreak.
Okay. Dexter manages to get all the way to secret without being spotted. Ricky, in the meanwhile, is taking out great shots from the rifles of Flyquest. They just slow things down, expect this kind of over-aggression to come towards them. Payne going to be locked into the corner. Gump needs to pretty much do this all himself. The molly finishes off Payne. And now in the 4v1, there's that bomb going. Oh, it's in lobby. He managed to catch it, but won't stop the flank from happening over towards Hut side. That's going to be 12 on the board. And just when you thought Mindfreak might have been in with a shot, Flyquest put themselves at least onto overtime point.
Yeah. 2 gun rounds in a row is doable for Mindfreak, though. Definitely could push us through to OT. Double AWP's going to come out. Let's see if that's a change-up that benefits Mindfreak here. They end up in a retake scenario early on, or it's some kind of uppers rush, though. They're definitely going to be regretting that purchase. Again. Early util exchange. All the smokes across. Outside Texter pushed off of this door line. Maybe finished off by the nade. Opening pick goes the way of Flyquest. Again, Vexite further extending that advantage until Ricky finds a pick on outside.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Payne's in the wrong spot to be using this weapon. Oh, can't skew it 2 on. Good movement to get away from that one. Able to reposition. T's going damn close. Good for the trade. But a 2 for 1. You'll take that as Payne. And now we got Flyquest just smashing their way to lower, at least Ali is. That bomb's still on Liaz over towards the lobby. He's worried about any aggression. There's been a lot of that out of Mindfreak. And Ricky needs to be the man to find the info here.
Yeah, Ricky and Gump, the standouts for Mindfreak so far in this game. Ali spotting out the player on Windows side. Gonna flash him off the line. In the meanwhile, Liaz taking this into his own hands, walking into upper with the bomb. Gump was on Heaven's side. Steps have been heard by Alistair, waiting for Ricky. It's 2 cases of timing in uppers and lower that will decide round.
Oh, Gump is still here. They stop that bomb from going down, and Mindfreak buy themselves some room to breathe. Flyquest, they've got money, fortunately for them. Valley goes for the AWP. It's going to be a little rough for Liaz and Inns to try to get AKs on the board. Where's this buy going? Looks like Inns is happy to go down to the Tech 9 to get that extra utility. Valley gets that AWP online, and Mindfreak, they have everything they need and more to stop them.
Yeah. Maintaining that double AWP as well. So, got some outside smokes early on here. Payne on the line with the AWP. Alistair's over here. Spots him out. Gonna walk around the other side. Wait for the smokes to bloom. So not even wanted to take that opening duel. Dexter has crept behind enemy lines. The easiest kill in the side of Payne's head here. 2 players in Annex. Nade in hand for Gump, but still not blowing open that smoke. And Flyquest have made it across the secret with a man advantage.
Yeah, Ricky very worried about getting flanked from the yard as well now. After losing their warehouse player, Vexite. Ready for the aggression, deals with it, and it looks like this may be all she wrote. Texter, he's an upper player, and that bomb's going lower. This is looking awkward now. Dexter, about to flick around. Oh, the bomb's coming back this way. Ain't no way. Ain't no bloody way. That's going to be the bomb on the ground. Texter has just big-brained this. Can he take it to OT in a 1v5? That would be a goddamn miracle. Vexite jumping onto the ladder well. Could have been heard.
Inns has got an AWP here, and he's coming through outside. So there's actually 2 players with AWPs in this 1-on-3. Only Vexite with a rifle, and he's low. That kind of makes it more doable for Texter.
Oh, look at coordination. Dexter.
Texter. No way! No!
Oh, man, had it on a platter. Bro. Almost got that one done.
Imagine, bro. 1v5 against Flyquest. I mean, that would be Texter well and truly back. I mean, he kind of is. Didn't have the best game up until that point, but to push us to OT with a 1v5, it was very, very close. Hats off to him. And hats off to Mindfreak in general. I mean, they played a pretty solid game here. They really did. To be fair, did benefit a lot of that comeback from putting a lot of pressure on Flyquest's economy on this T side, and using that to be able to get the comeback together. But yeah, I think, you know, as far as I'm concerned, in the state that Mindfreak are at and at the stage of their team where they're at in terms of their development, taking 11 rounds of Flyquest is a pretty good result. I think you got to be happy with that. You know, what I wanted to see from them, I didn't want to see them get smashed today. You know, and they didn't.
That game started with a Dexter attempting a 1v5 and almost winning it, and it ended with Texter attempting a 1v5 and almost winning it.
Oh,
that's dumb.
NT.
That was dumb.
NT.
That was good.
That's the most NT round if I've ever seen. So
yeah, NT's in the chat. If you don't type NT in the chat, you're a bloody phony, and I'm so disappointed in you. But yeah, what a game! What a game! Mindfreak, if they can look, I don't like their Inferno as much as I like their Nuke, so that's going to make next map probably. You'd expect it to be more one-sided, but I'm still hoping. You know, I'm on that hopium because Mindfreak were looking good, at least here on Nuke. And if they're playing some good Counter-Strike, if they can taste a potential little upset, if they can win this series with a reverse sweep to qualify into the grand final, but also qualify to wherever EPL Season 21 is going to be played, that's a storyline. That's one. It's like a 5%er, maybe even a 1%er. But yeah, it's one that I'll grab onto and really hope for. But yeah, let's have a look at the Kadir play to watch, Mitch. It was Alistair, and he had some moments. He saved a couple of rounds here and there, but also it was all just a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of. I wouldn't say it was as good of a performance as what we saw from him at Atlanta to close things off. But
no,
yeah, Mindfreak put up a fight.
I think, like, in general though, Flyquest looked a little sleepy in this game. Like, Liaz had a pretty slow start to the game. I think the only one who was like 100% switched on right from the get-go was Dexter, who was playing quite well. The rest of the boys, you know, I think it's normal for Flyquest. Like, they've been dominating this region for so many years. Like, they come into these games, and especially when it's not a make or break game, that's where they're most susceptible to getting pushed a little bit and getting upset. So I don't think this game is particularly surprising. But still, I'm quite happy that that's what we're seeing from Mindfreak. And as far as I'm concerned, bro, like, Mindfreak pushed Flyquest pretty close. They beat Art of War pretty concisely the other night. Like, honestly, still got to wait to see what Rooster puts together. You know, obviously Talon's out there floating around in EU, so you can't say that they're like the number 2 team in Oz, but the fact that they've been able to put together a roster that looks like it should be pretty solidly top 4 in Oz and maybe even stealing away some of these qualification spots is really, really solid. We'll see what they're going to get together on Inferno, though. Like I said, they've had to play a lot of it lately against both Art of War and I think as well as Semperfi a little bit, so they've had plenty of prac against some decent teams, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a bit more cut and dry game for Flyquest this time.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But of course, we do have Inferno to get to see if Flyquest can close this out 2-0 here in the upper bracket. And we got a break to get there. So we'll see you just after this for map number 2.
All right, sorry guys, the teams were rearing to get into this after a very, very tight game of Nuke, so we're going to head straight into Inferno. Is the upper bracket final here of ECL Season 48 for OCE, and this game going to qualify one of these teams in towards ESL Pro League. Flyquest just racking up Pro League qualifications like it's nothing, because I think heading through onto Inferno, they should be favored to get the 2-0 here, but I was still impressed with how Mindfreak played on Nuke previously. They played a pretty good game. Let's see how they go on this map.
Yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a big old look, because I'm excited to see an upset. I want Mindfreak to bring everything they got, tell us what they're made of, give us some kind of quality. Maybe high quality, maybe low quality. Maybe drag them down to the level they want to play at. Flyquest, they've been at the bottom, they've been at the top. They played at every bloody level. And let's see what kind of counter-strike we're going to be getting out of Inferno here. Looking like there's going to be a lot of banana control. Flyquest going straight on up. Ricky caught jumping and caught with his pants down.
Yeah, that's going to be an opening pick for Flyquest. Tux solo on the A side. Trying to peek out on the timing, even up the numbers. Spots at least one player coming back to bracket side, and he's going to stick around here. Oh, hell of a shot onto Dexter. Very ballsy to be peeking up top mid like that. But when you got the USP, you know you're good for a couple little timings, and he just keeps re-peeking. No one's punishing him. May as well. He's going to go for it again. It's time into apartments.
Ooh, hunting for it. Up dig, up sight, full control for Flyquest and Mindfreak. If they can maybe catch Vex right here lurking at mid, then there can be a better opportunity. Man advantage for the retake now and plenty of time to do so, but we are going to see that time not being waited for. Techstar hungry to get a few more kills on the board there. Pain jiggling, waiting for that smoke towards long side. Flash forward, Molly in, does a whole bunch of damage, and the turtle up on site looks good until it doesn't. Liaz needs to do it all himself in the 1v2, and he's gonna. Text up, gets that shot off just in time. Big shots out of Mindfreak, and they're going to take a CT pistol and put themselves in the pole position to kick off map 2.
I thought Flyquest had it done, not only finding Ricky for free right off the rip, but also the crossfire and the perfectly timed molly onto dig side. Should have made it impossible for Mindfreak to get back in there, but they find a way to do it. And they've started out well here. See if they can maintain that. I think Tux, you know, being such a pest at top middle and bringing the numbers back made a bit of a difference. And big retake coming in for Mindfreak, so 1-0 for them. But as you often do see, Mac, the force buy after the T-bomb plant for Flyquest is going to come through. So you've got another test to pass here for Mindfreak.
okay. Looking a little bit awkward there at top mid, but Vexlight finds an opening. Famous gameplay from Gump, looking for the apps control. Nice shot from Ali. And the A-site defenses get torn to shreds. Gump just looking to play his life and buy some time for rotations. Moto Smoke slows down the reinforcements, or at least splits them up. Ali running away with the AK. Oh, and rightfully so. Gets shots off like that. Wants more damage done, but he'll lose his head. In's hoping to retrieve the rifle, but he won't be allowed to with Gump going over to Boiler side. It is going to be the full wrap back in through Dig. Tuck's not even thinking about going for the upgrade. Tech9 doesn't get it done, and now we're down to the 2v2. Time's ticked away. Tux with a kit in play. And Dexter, oh, at this range, big damage on the Tux. One bullet will knock him down a notch, and it will. Vexite, big 3K, 3-piece for the rounds, and Flyquest, the force buy, works wonderfully.
Another nice try on the retake from Mindfreak, but Flyquest is getting way too much done in the opening portions of this round. Force buy works out a treat from them. Some pretty significant losses along the way, but we'll see how they go on their own anti-force. Payne going to hold on to some extra cash for an AWP. Rest of the boys buying up as you would kind of expect them to. Gonna drop off a cache of util over towards the backside of B there, so gonna lean on Tux to basically play B by himself while they 4-stack A. Dexter's eaten a nade early on here, but Flyquest sitting up behind their progression smoke towards top of Banana and just keeping an eye out on the rest of the map. There's the flash to half wall. Ins will secure control of sandbags for now and force out the first smoke from Tux.
Slow approach. Flyquest expecting Mindfreak to make a move. But with the 4-man setup at top mid, you know it's just going to be that trap play. Tux just continuing to rotate the smokes on B. And hopefully push Flyquest over towards mid. But they've seen this before. And it doesn't look like they're going to fall for it.
Another smoke here for Tux. Going to buy another 18 seconds, but that's his last one. No, oh, the HE's there for Dexter, so they can blow open this smoke, and they will. Tux spotted out close as well. Cleared by Ins. Only going 1 for 1, and Flyquest, I think, will probably just save all of these pistols, I'd imagine, or play for exits. That is, you know, part of CS2. You wait out the majority of those smokes, but as long as you've got an HE, if you've got to go, you can still go late into B like that nowadays. Used to kind of be a death sentence in Go, but here in CS2, can clear a lot of those close positions with a nicely placed HE. And I think Flyquest are quite happy about how that's gone.
Still early days. And still with a good chance in the next round for Mindfreak. But will they run the exact same thing again? Are we going to go for the 5-man stack? Are we going to put the pieces towards B instead? Let's see. Let's find out together. Flyquest just refreshing that utility. Plenty of money in the bank after that round.
Yeah, going to keep building up that economy. Mindfreak, as we mentioned, just holding on to the pistols, trying to do some more down this round. They haven't really been slowing down the T-side economy too much and won't be buying up till round 5. Cheap Tux. Once again, catches Dexter pretty heavily. He has solo in towards apps, but not going to get caught by the app setup again. Blowing open the smoke has worked out a trick for Flyquest over on the B side of the map. They've lost an A1S in second mid. Ricky, last one here on B, and does pretty well to go 1 for 1, but still Flyquest going to get that B side control and get the plant down pretty early here.
Yeah, of course, min-maxing that $100 kill reward by dying to the Molotov. He was thinking about that for sure. Gump now last alive. And the banana push gets mopped up. Mindfreak a little bit too slow to make that one happen. The rifle they retrieved, unfortunately, couldn't get more damage done. But it is going to be guns ahoy for Mindfreak, as they've lost 3 in a row now. Plenty of money in the bank, plenty of utility. Smokes for everyone. But a solid round at a Flyquest means they will be in a very good position, considering they won that round after the pistol. Just showing again that the plant money goes a whole long way on those pistol rounds, even if you don't win them. Mindfreak now. Their best chance yet at a second round. Oh, Molly making things awkward here. Ricky going to be able to stand behind it. The spread, is it late? No. Will be able to survive. They're going all guns blazing towards Banana in, spraying, waiting for a reswing, but he won't be able to escape this time. Ali with the AWP in hand. Will come in. Ooh. Goes fishing. But he won't find anything this time. Oh, through the smoke he does. And just like that, Mindfreak have thrown away the man advantage. Hope the committee.
Doing his best from Moto, but his best is not good enough here. Vexite is 9-1 right now. Alistair bringing the bomb over. No kit for Ricky, and he's pretty far behind the 8-ball, but Alistair not really feeling comfortable enough forcing things through the smoke. Will take some extra time off the clock. Ricky knows the plant's on A now, but just going to play the exits. Hold on to the AK for the next round. Flyquest continuing to kind of dominate the way we'd expect them to on the T side. They have picked Inferno for the longest time. I don't think that there's a more comfortable position Flyquest could be than starting T side of Inferno. They've probably done it hundreds of times now.
Any extra damage to come through here? Doesn't seem to be the case. Good damage to the T economy, all things considered. But the problem is they had a couple of clean bloody rounds, and that means that there is a long way to go for Mindfreak to win the financial game here. And this round ain't going to be it. Probably not. We did say this on Nuke, and they almost won what was like the weirdest eco half buy ever. And it's even weirder here, but 5.7s, MP9s can go a whole long way. A map like Inferno, ooh. Playing a dangerous game at mid. Text up, gets the info on the AWP's position. Great nade. Over to Olaf.
So Tux's nade again. The dude's gotten like 50 plus damage every round with an HE. The totem pole boost. Looking real nice. Ricky would punish Dexter up over the top of the smoke, and this is where this half buy looking more and more threatening over time. Bomb still at T-stairs. Flash goes up onto the line. Ricky spotting out at least one player there, but not really pushing the issue too much. Here's the brackets take. Leah's not spotting out Payne close. Sandbag player flushed out, but Ricky continues to deliver with that hero AK that he saved in the last round.
I like this A setup from Mindfreak, just going double apps. Re-wrapping back around, looking to maybe catch a timing. And they might just do that. Oh, Payne spotted. I don't know that there's going to be 2 players in apps, though. And that gives them a lot of space to get this one down. Great swing at top mid. In's not quite ready for it. And that's going to be an AK, or maybe passable. I don't know if Tux... Yeah, they're going to go back for that one later. All eyes on the retake. 2 Ts rather. Someone's DC. And, oh, Vexite going to be tapping at range, which works for the first one. Liaz needs to spray down many men, but that ain't happening. And we got Mindfreak with the mixed bite getting their second round on the board, which may flip the economy a little bit here.
Yeah, I mean, Flyquest is going to have enough money to buy, but definitely it's going to bankrupt them. Reinvesting into this one, and it's a pretty big swing for Mindfreak. All picked up, couple of AKs as well. They're very happy with how that round went, and it's courtesy of Ricky. Totem pole boost puts him in a great position on the corner of sandbags to find the first pick, and then also punishing another player up on half wall. The util coverage wasn't quite good enough for Flyquest. The molly flushes him out of sandbags, but there's no real like follow-up flash or anything like that, and he's able to get himself a bit of a freebie. So Mindfreak winning a round that they didn't really have much business winning. Going to help them out with their economy. 3 players on the CT side with 3+K as a result. And yeah, as we can see here, 1900 loss bonus for Flyquest, and they've had to empty the coffers just to be able to invest in this round. This is a huge opportunity for Mindfreak to get going on CT here after a pretty dry start to Inferno.
Apps control, the call to order for Flyquest here. Looking like we are going to get a 5v3 pop on A. All in, no util really used over towards Banana. Retake util comes in, Mindfreak looking for that information, but they're not going to find it before the pop comes through. But they are ready for it. Lovely little crossfire from Texter and Gump to stop the pop out of Halls. And they're looking for more. Ins 1v5, it's his turn at one. Bombs down, up on the balcony. Molly, oh, he goes through it. A very dangerous game, and will be spotted by Tux over towards the arch swing. Third on board, Mindfreak. Great round out of them, starting to bolster the economy themselves, and just like that, I thought Flyquest's economy might have lasted them another round, but after all those repurchases, those little rebuys they had to go back into, we got that swing happening.
Big turnaround for Mindfreak now. Well, like 2.5 plus on all of these players. This CT economy is starting to get out of control. Dexter with an opportunity to open things up with the Deagle down middle. Flyquest back to the drawing board just with the pistols this round. And Mindfreak, like, honestly, what we're seeing from them right now on Inferno, it really feels like it's the benefit of having to play a lot of these teams on Inferno, especially like Art of War. It's just a map they've been playing in the second map of every series lately, and I think that's why they're feeling so comfortable on it, pretty well on it. You know, they just been having to play this every series really, really helps, especially when Art of War has got such a good strike rate on it. So, look, good position now. Once again, we said it also on Nuke that Mindfreak have had some pretty strong positions and some good turnarounds resetting the T-side economy, which you don't have many opportunities to do normally. And once again, they've been able to benefit from having a pretty big economy swing off the back of a half buy. This is where they need to try to convert and get as many rounds on this CT side as they can before they switch over to T.
Huge nade. Lands right at the feet of Ali. Good double nade. Look for extra damage. Ins gets bowled down, but still keeps on going forward. Picking up the pace. Flyquest happy with map control. Mindfreak not fully aware of how much damage they've done with these HEs this round. But Tux is ready.
It's another one for Tux as well. Like, Tux and Ricky at that time double nading, but like Tux's nade timings, his util damage must be insane. Texter having another on Inferno here, actually. 100 ADR from him. He had a pop-off game on Inferno yesterday against Art of War, on the CT side no less, so see if he's going to keep stepping up, peeking off the back of the pop flashes in towards Dig side, doesn't spot anything out. 5 grenades to get through the rest of the round here for Mindfreak, so for Flyquest rather. So it's going to be a pretty bare bones execute on this A site. Jungle Wrap util comes out. 2 more flashes to be able to try to get on in here. See how they go.
Oh, a little stutter step won't be enough to bait that shot out, and Kane is hitting almost everything. In's going to be shooting that bullet straight back. 3v4. looking a little bit worse for wear for Flyquest. They're just trying to figure out where these extra members are. They don't quite spot or expect Tex to still here in pit. The trap that they need to activate. Big play out of Texter. Nice little bait. Nice little shots. And that's going to be the lead found from Mindfreak, 5-4.
Yeah, completely turning this game around. Plant going to keep Flyquest in the balance. You know, a couple of players sitting on 3.5, 3.8 may just go for like a Khalil buy here. Buy up into the next, but Mindfreak starting to get rolling now. Playing pretty well across the board. Good couple shots from Pain. Looks like Flyquest erring on the side of a half buy rather than going down to Khalil's here. Oh my god. Look at that util damage. Ricky going down. And Tuck's almost dead off the bat. Flash up over the top. They're trying to hit this B site with a lot of pace. Texter and Tuck's are both so low here, Mac.
Yeah, going a little bit of pace. Not investing the smoke on the molly straight away. It is going to be CT dropping it. Molly's flashes going bloody everywhere. And it's Tux to try and keep it together. Payne's molly gets the job done. The 5-7 coming through is not going to do enough. Could have brought it to that 2v2, but now it's all up to Gump in the 1v3. Retaking in from Banana. Vexite has that up in hand. And that smoke only has so much time left on it.
Don't mind this though. Just made it across onto the cheeky off angle. You probably wouldn't be expecting, but revealing his position, trying to take a few pot shots at Liaz. And Vexite's going to clean him up. Flyquest winning with the Tech 9 armor. Off the back of basically util. Ricky goes down to Molly HE combo. Tux goes down to 20 HP, and then an insta dink onto Texter. Just weakens that B side hold. They started with 3 players towards B, and Flyquest folded that pretty easily. Now Mindfreak, without much loss bonus behind them after losing against the half buy, might have a bit of a weird buy in round 12 if they drop this one. Could be a bit of a missed opportunity where, you know, realistically they could have been looking at an 8-4. It's going to be a lot closer of a scoreline now. Oh, I love that fake molly towards the end of apps. Thrown out of the map so that Pain on the line, maybe catching that Dick Carps defaulter. That was very cheeky from Mindfreak.
Playing a very dangerous game here, but Liaz decides that it's too dangerous for him. Pain with the freezer push. Not going to connect. That looks good, but unfortunately, online CS sometimes do be like that. Tuck's going to be looking to lock down. Arch push here, flash in, Ali posted, and that nade is just going to do so much damage. Draw attention away. Liaz flicking around, finding both Gump and Tux. And Pain is going to go for the smoke push here. Full round the world to B is what we're going to see here, and Ricky's already low, so he's going to have to hit some crazy shots to make this one happen. All eyes on CT. Is that first man positioning? Not going to be good enough to stop that trade. Liaz comes through with the goods. And now Pain is probably just looking to save.
Yeah. Flyquest Tech armor buy followed up by gun round win puts that pressure on the CT economy. And from what could have been an 8-4 for Mindfreak after their rough start, turned around by their own half buy win. Now it really feels like Flyquest could be lining themselves up for a 7-5 in the very back and forth affair in this half. But I'm a little worried for Mindfreak. The last couple of games I've watched of their Inferno, all of the issues have come on their T side. Their CT's normally been pretty solid. Their T side has at times looked pretty lackluster. So that's why I was saying I wanted to see them get as much as they could out of this CT side, and I don't think they've quite done that.
Last of the half. Are we going to go 6-6 again? And will Mindfreak be able to make it work with the full mixed bag again? Gump and Ricky going for the MP9s. M4s for Tux and Texter. And Payne, of course, with the AWP carried across, is going to give his red-hot crack the best crack that he can. Flyquest this time. Default utility over towards Banana. Bomb's starting to make its way up mid. Expecting maybe some extra kind of aggression to come through with that deeper mid smoke.
Ollie is going to push Mindfreak back, wanting to go again for that stack up on top of sandbags to give Payne an off angle where we might be able to find a pick. Molly's exchanged again on Banana. Mindfreak a dive half wall behind that. Not really much to find in Banana. In's kind of ready, playing from Olaf with the reactive flash. Bit of bracket control here for Flyquest, and progression smoke over on jungle side will apply some pressure to Mindfreak. They can't just keep sitting 3B this entire round. And Payne going to start to push forward and try to clear out Banana. In's creeping out from behind. The barrels goes 1 for 1. The bomb's still at T stairs, and actually that smoke from the CTs is going to allow Alistair to get it.
Wrapping around the long. Let's see if this can make it work, but Texter, Incendiary to try and buy a little bit of space. Liaz looking to go over the top here. Texter very much ready for the swing. Will hold it down. Gump's going to be able to find one from above. And just like that, things get even more difficult for Flyquest to lock in a 7th. Vexite ready for the swing here at Library. Deals with the first man that they need to. And the last 2 CT's positions are known. Smoke making things a little bit awkward here. Ali posted. Will hit that first shot. 11 points of health. But with the AWP in play, it might not matter. Slow peek straight into the crosshair of Vexite. Flyquest make it into the half with 7. They'll lead by 2. And in that second half, it's going to be a little interesting as to what they need to do to lock things out here, Mitch.
Yeah, I think so too. I think Mindfreak, look, it's going to have to be a better T-side than I've seen in the last couple of games from them. They had their opportunities here, especially turning around the game after the deficit that they started off with, losing round 2. But we'll see what they have prepared on the T-side right after this short break.
Let's see where we end up. At the end of this half, is it going to be that 2-0, or are we going all the way to Anubis to separate these two teams? Let's find out together, hey? Second pistol would go a long way if Mindfreak can win this one, or at least get that plant down. So a good amount of info, and Inz is feeling himself, running around like a madman.
Under control taken by Mindfreak. A bit of a cross up top oranges with the dualies there for Vexite. It's got to be the main man you're scared of. Dexter's got a fair bit of reactive utility as well. Peek out onto Dig. Doesn't net a kill for either side. Mindfreak organizing themselves for this AXE. Peek into Apps, punished by Ricky. Great crosshair placement. Now only 2 players on the site here. Alistair bringing a kit to the party. Liaz is trying to hold on from pit side. There's the smoke to Moto, but Mindfreak actually wrap through jungle and split together. No, they go back to Dig. Molly flushing Liaz out. Alistair's already been gooshed. This pistol's looking great from Mindfreak.
Oh, look good. I thought they were going to find a second there, but just won't quite hit it. Ali feeling it with that USP for the first shot, but not given the opportunity for any more than that. Progression smoke onto the site. Vexite going to be jumping up, but he won't see that man right by his side, and it is another pistol in the bag for Mindfreak.
Yeah, nicely done. I wanted to set that T-side pistol because it's going to give them a little bit more legs getting a good start like that in this T half. See what they've been cooking. Force Buy is going to come out in round 2 here for Flyquest, so got to make it through the pistol and armor before Mindfreak can keep chugging along. They've gone for 3 Mac 10s here as well, so maybe not anticipating the Force Buy. Could be definitely problematic against the pistol armor buy here. A lot of sets of head armor as well. It's only Ali who doesn't have any because he's saving for an ult. It's like Mindfreak gonna use these 10s by throwing a little cups pop out of Mac.
I like that angle for the HE into pit, but Liaz ain't there this time. 5-7 up in your face, and Mindfreak respecting the block. Not going to be going for the full pop, looking to just walk up short instead. Where's that smoke going? All the way to library. Great timing on the reactive utility from Flyquest. And Ali's in a nasty spot. Little one-way across the top, going to be able to find one. Beautifully positioned and dodges all that damage getting fired his way. Just like that, Flyquest keeping Mindfreak guessing.
Yeah, I think Mindfreak just telegraphing things a little bit too much with the util into pit. Like you said, reactive util being returned from Flyquest, making their life difficult. Smoke onto jungle side. There's the molly into pit. They still want to try to kick off this AXQ, but there's a hard crossfire across the side. Hit player has been able to make it off of Bell. Liaz still alive here, starting to run out of bullets, but one of the last shots in the 5-7 connecting on one of these Mindfreak players' heads. Ricky's double dinked Liaz. He's running around bloody everywhere, but picking up bomb, cops a face full of that flash. Spotted out by Liaz, getting wrapped on by Vexite. There's no way you can put this one together. Has been able to clear out the pit player, but 5 seconds. He's got to dink. That's it. Should be over.
Wow. Hectic little round coming through there. Mindfreak unable to put it together, but you know you need to complement Flyquest's positioning in that one.
Yeah,
able just to react off each other, able to activate, hit the shots they need to, and that is going to be 2 pistols now that Mindfreak have not been able to convert.
That's what you want to see. The guy's got the dink for no reason. Alistair spams Ricky back through the smoke, so not a big deal. I mean, Flyquest just kind of doing it you would expect from a team's second round Inferno, right? Like, pistol armor, the smokes, and HE. They're just throwing up inconvenient smoke up what Mindfreak is doing. They were going for the top. Neil should up and how much sound if they're going to do that, they need contingencies for this reactive util. That's where, I really feel like you need the HEs to break smokes or something like that, or you need, a plan B if you get shut out of carps there. I did feel like they had that a little bit. Like, we saw that jungle smoke get thrown out, and they tried to wrap over on jungle side, but it didn't work out cleanly as you would have liked. And look, this round, looking pretty clean. Got one bracket side, a fair few digs from the Glocks, but it's still 4 alive at the end of the day for Flyquest. And up 9-6, you'd put your house on them closing out this game of Inferno. And I'm sure someone in the chat probably has, to be fair.
Chat, any takers? Huh? Well, let's see where Flyquest end up at the end of this one. Mindfreak on the guns themselves after a quick one. And Dexter playing an incredibly dangerous game. Vexite drawing the attention away from him. And that smoke's going to fade at some point. Dexter getting ready to activate. Target selection going to be crucial here, but oh, Vexite, he is still there. Dexter might not actually get a chance to play the bloody game. Yeah, won't be able to find that shot, but the trades are there. He was put on the hook, and he caught the damn bait. Oh, Ricky, 1v4 angle. Okay, to do it, but Ali says no, and that was just continuous banana pressure to put a 10th on the board for Flyquest.
Yeah. They're just starting to warm up on the CT side, and like I said, Mindfreak looking a little rusty, looking like putting the timings together on their own T side. I've already seen some issues against lesser opposition, so the same ones are rearing their head against Flyquest. You don't really have much hope. Hell of a game from Vexite right now. 20 bombing in 16 rounds. Half buys here. Get some damage on with the pistol armor, maybe.
Whoa. Dexter getting incredibly aggressive on that one. Ali, nice timing on the shots to find Tux through the smoke. And Mindfreak, we're just looking for that M4, but I believe it's been blown somewhere. Probably back towards Banana. Ah, there we go. Dexter finds it at the bottom of mid. And that's an upgrade to the firepower for Mindfreak this round. Hard crossfire. There's the activation. And that is incredible amounts of damage just pummeled onto Mindfreak. Swinging towards the bottom of mid. Ali snatches that away. And Flyquest are doing everything right to win this one 2-0. But they still need 2 more rounds here.
Keen. Attack timeout. Mindfreak starting to run out of time in this game. Mindfreak is very good to be closing on C. That's what Mindfreak have come up with here. Haven't had much of a chance to play like a proper gun round just yet. The losing round 2 is that you find yourself falling behind pretty heavily.
Oh. How'd everyone sleep, by the way? I know 90% of people here are Australian, but I'm sure some of you degenerates woke up at 7 PM. Don't tell me that you haven't. Nice little chip damage on a Texter. Great opening from Ali. And Flyquest, yeah, they are vibing right now. They are feeling it. Feeling it, Mitch.
For sure.
And again.
Yeah, just extending that advantage. You take attack timeout as Mindfreak. You lose the first pick 5 seconds into the round on set. Can't control. Just going from bad to worse, unfortunately. Getting pushed around by Flax to have pushed all the way down bottom Nana. So he's Dexter. Payne well aware that he's getting surrounded on.
Ooh,
Not
shots.
much you can do about it.
Ali opening the round and closing it. And look, that's why he's our Kadir player to watch. He is popping off this game. 20-9 for him, 22-9 for Vexite. It's crazy. It was great to see as well. Needs to be complimented, needs to be stated that Vexite, every time he's gone international, he hasn't really had those pop-off games that we're used to seeing from him domestically. But in Atlanta, he was having some really, really solid performances out of himself individually as well. It just felt like, yeah, whatever that analyst is doing for them, like that might have been the difference maker. It's just let them know, hey guys, these are your mistakes that you're doing. Please stop doing those mistakes. And has just optimized their gameplay because we're getting another level of Flyquest. Yes, on Nuke, it was a lot closer, but Mindfreak are a damn good Nuke team. Unfortunately, you can't say the same thing about Inferno, and Flyquest are going to solidify the grand final position and snatch away any hopes of 3 OCE teams at Pro League Season 21. But that is going to be 13-6, 2-0. Flyquest get the job done, and now we're going to have that lower bracket game between Mindfreak and... Is that other game done? How are we looking?
Probably not. This one was a pretty quick one. Surely it's still going. Yeah, it's...
Yeah, second map's still going.
Yeah. Could really go either way, this one. But, I mean, regardless, that's pretty much what I expected from this series. In fact, I think Mindfreak might have even over-delivered a little bit. I mean, first map on their best map. And again, like I said, their Inferno City was decent enough. Nice little recovery after they win their half buy, but their T-sub was not great. And I think that's kind of what I was getting at before when I was talking about how some of these rosters have come together more recently. People are still finding their footing, and I think that leads to a lot of consistency and a lot of holes in the map pool. And this example of it, like, I just don't think Mindfreak have had the time to be able to work through a lot of the map pool to be able to play every map as good as they can play Nuke. So they just need more reps. I think it's good to play a team like Flyquest as well, who's going to punish a lot of your mistakes, and hopefully that can lead to a little bit more improvement for Mindfreak, because they are well and truly already on the right path. They're already looking pretty good against a lot of the closer opposition, and they push Mindfreak pretty close on at least one map today. So for me, that's a win at what stage their team is at.
Yeah, who knew that all of that experience from the big names on Mindfreak will go a long way? You know, Gump and Payne, I'm sure that they're learning a huge amount about how to play high-tier, high-quality Counter-Strike with all the individuals around them. But it's good to share that experience with some of the up-and-comers in the scene, and Mindfreak are certainly impressing us over and over. Let's have a quick look at the clear player to watch, which was Alistair, and see how he did through this map and the series. I think at the end he managed to get, one more kill in that last round. But yeah, they were good. They were good stats, those ones, Mitch.
Yep. Yeah, he played good. I think some of the other guys on Flyquest playing pretty good as well. Dexter playing pretty phenomenal on Nuke, Vexite, and I think Ali was good on Inferno as well. So yeah, some of the boys not even really turning up today and not even really needed to turn up today. That's kind of what happens for Flyquest, I think, in this region. Like, I think at least 1 or 2 players on Flyquest can go like double negative on a map and they could still like win 13-5 because they just have some individuals who are killing absolutely everyone. So yeah, at the end of the day, that's what you expect from Flyquest. Pretty easy grand final spot secured. At the moment, there really just isn't anyone in this region that should be able to test them, just due to how much parity there is in the region right now. And even if the scene was a little stronger, they would probably still be getting those dubs. So look, Mindfreak, good stuff for them today. They'll go into the lower bracket. Keen to see them take on Art of War or House Bets again, and see if they're going to continue to do well for themselves.
Just watched Dexter let all the gamblers know that they could eat something. But yeah, look, that's an interesting little interaction. But look, that's a good way to win. 2-0, get it done in regulation on both, even though it did get a little bit risky over towards that Nuke side of things. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting grand final. I'd argue we're probably going to get that rematch. We're probably going to see Mindfreak getting another shot in the grand final at Flyquest, but yeah, I don't know if it's going to go much better than that for him. I hope that they can, fix up the couple of issues that they had, and they don't need to rely on, trying to punish Flyquest mistakes, because Flyquest really weren't making a lot of mistakes this game.
No, not really. And even if they are, like I said, they're still getting the dubs across the board. I think Flyquest, we've watched them for enough years now to know that their like B or C game still wins them every competition in Oceania. So that's what we're continuing to expect. And I think for any of the teams that play them in a lot of these competitions, all they can really hope is that they can, learn and improve and get to a point where like they can steal some of the other spots away, because realistically you are playing for second inside Oceania, but a lot of the competitions are either offering 2 spots or Flyquest is playing somewhere else, and you get a couple of runs at going international. Let's be real, like we've seen both BNK and Rooster go international multiple times a year when Flyquest is off playing other tournaments. So I think that's worth definitely working yourself towards. And I could see Dexter still talking to some of his fans in the chat. It's nice to see. It's nice to see him interacting with all of the people that love him so much. It's really good that he does community work like that. Really respect that.
Yeah, he's just chatting with the fans, making time for those that love him and hate him, of course. Yeah. But let's have a quick look at the updated bracket after this game and the other game, which is currently still going. What do we got? Oh, it's looking like house bets are going to take that 2-0. So that's feels bad unless Art of War come back. But yeah, that's going to be Mindfreak. Probably house bets towards that low bracket final, which they will be down there eventually. And Flyquest will take on the winner of that to be the Oceania champions, or to fight it out for the Oceania championship here in Challenger League. You know what I mean? It's going to be an interesting affair, and I can't wait to see what happens on that grand final day. Not tomorrow, but the next day. Tomorrow, of course, is going to be that lower bracket final to, pretty much qualify one more player over to ESL Pro League Season 21 next year, which is looking like it's going to be a Swiss bracket, which is a bit of a change up. And that's it. That's it for OCE today. We've got Asia. That's going to be in pretty much exactly 2 hours. So I'm going to go do leg day. Mitch, what are you doing in that time?
Today's my day off, so I'm going to go pat my dog for 2 hours straight. He deserves it. Okay. He's been a good boy today.
Beautiful. Well, you go pat that dog for 2 hours. You go stroke that thing, and I'm going to go lift some weight. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you in Asia in just 2 hours. Enjoy your days.